It's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
Indiana football was stuck in the same cycle for years. Curt Cignetti walked in with a plan, a standard, and the right people to run it. Today, I'm breaking down his path, the mess he inherited, how year one became a playoff run, and why year two looks like a team no one wants to see. Curt Cignetti's career is the story of a builder who keeps winning wherever he goes. He learned recruiting and detail work at the highest level, then proved he could lead by flipping programs fast and keeping them there. His teams share the same traits: clear identity, clean operation, and daily accountability. He is not a slogan coach. He is a standard coach. When Indiana called, they were not shopping for a splashy name. They were hiring a builder with a repeatable blueprint. To understand why he fits, you have to see what Indiana looked like before he showed up. Indiana had effort, but not direction. The offense could not find rhythm week to week. Third downs bled drives, and red zone trips too often ended with nothing. The defense bent on early downs and broke late, and close games slipped away in the fourth quarter. The portal felt like a one-way street, and depth did not hold up against the Big Ten schedule. Fans were not asking for miracles. They were asking for a plan that made sense. That is the program Cignetti inherited: hardworking, exhausted, and in need of structure. Expectations were low in year one, which made what came next even louder. Year one started with honest goals and a simple message: smart, fast, and physical every single day. Meetings became shorter and sharper. Practice periods were timed, and situational football showed up daily, so Saturdays felt familiar. The offense became quarterback-friendly and rhythm-driven. Easy throws came early, the run game set second and manageable, and screens returned as part of the plan instead of as a panic button. The quarterbacks who opened the Cignetti era set the tone before the transfer wave arrived. Curtis Rourke brought veteran calm to a brand new system and stabilized the room when everything was still being installed. He managed the huddle, protected the football, and kept the offense on schedule while the identity took hold. The steady hand mattered because the standard on offense was changing in real time. Indiana's receiver room finally had a trustworthy answer on third down. Elijah Surratt came with Cignetti and immediately played like a go-to target who won the ball in traffic and kept chains moving. The staff did not ask him to be a superhero. They asked him to be reliable, and he delivered in big spots all season. The defense simplified and sharpened. Angles improved. Leverage showed up on film, and the first tackler finished more plays. The calls emphasized doing the simple things fast rather than trying to win with trickery. Special teams stopped leaking hidden yards and started stealing them back with clean coverage and smart decisions. Indiana looked like the same team every week because the plan was the same every day. The result of that first season was something fans had not felt in years: consistency. The fourth quarter no longer felt like a cliff, and close games started to tilt late instead of slipping away. The final reward was bigger than anyone outside the locker room expected. Indiana grabbed a spot in the new 12-team playoffs and earned it by being the same team in November that it was in September. Year one was not magic. It was organization, buy-in, and the right guys in the right roles. Culture set the floor. Roster building raised the ceiling. Cignetti used the portal with purpose. He did not chase star ratings. He chased traits that fit the identity. He wanted corners with length, edges who finished plays, linemen who strained through the whistle, and backs who protected the quarterback. If a transfer did not match the standard, the answer was no. He also brought people, not just plays, and that started with the James Madison pipeline. Elijah Surratt gave the offense a dependable primary target who could win the ball when it mattered. D'Angelo Pons added quickness and confidence to the secondary and changed the temperature at corner. Zach Horton offered a tight end who blocked with urgency and found soft spots in coverage. Aiden Fisher arrived as a tone-setting linebacker who communicated, tackled, and set the daily standard in the middle of the defense. Those familiar faces did not need to learn the culture because they already lived it, and that jump-started the room at Indiana. High school recruiting focused on multi-sport athletes and late risers who play fast without being coached every step. Strength and conditioning targeted finishing speed, core strength, and fourth quarter legs. NIL was used to keep the right players and fill real needs, not to collect names. The entire operation pointed in the same direction, which is how you stack progress instead of chasing it. With the foundation in place, year 2 is where the identity and talent finally met. Year 2 Indiana looks like a team that knows exactly who it is. The offense plays fast without playing frantic because the answers are built into the plan. This is the season when Fernando Mendoza transfers in and takes over the huddle. He runs the show with timing and poise, gets the ball to playmakers early, and keeps drives on schedule so the call sheet stays open. His presence allows the staff to push the ball downfield by choice rather than by desperation. Elijah Surratt continues to be the drive starter and the drive finisher. He wins slants, digs, and contested catches that keep Indiana out of bad down and distance. And he sets the tone for the receiver room. The tight ends and backs own their assignments and protection, which gives Mendoza time to find matchups. The offensive line looks connected rather than just big, and that is the difference between 2nd and 8 and 2nd and 5 all season long. The defense travels and closes. The edges set the wall. The linebackers tackle in space, and the secondary communicates before the snap, so there are fewer freebies. Aiden Fisher's voice matters in that communication, and his tackling standard shows up on film every week. D'Angelo Pons challenges easy throws on the perimeter and gives the pass rush the extra half second it needs. The front rotates without losing energy, which keeps legs fresh in the fourth quarter. Special teams protects the ball and flips the field when the moments call for it. Expectations were low when Cignetti walked in the door, and that is part of why this leap feels so dramatic. Indiana made the playoffs in year 1, which changed how people talk about the program. In year 2, the Hoosiers look like one of the best teams in the nation because the weekly product is steady, physical, and easy to trust. The players do not play to survive anymore, they play to finish. That is how a rebuild becomes a standard. This turnaround is not a trick. It is a plan that repeats. Identify, recruit, develop, and hold the line every day. Curt Cignetti brought the blueprint, brought the people who live it, and then asked everyone else to rise to it. Indiana answered. That is why the floor jumped in year 1, and the ceiling is rising in year 2. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.